Everybody, it's darkwingduck3028, and today we are going to be running through how to stealth the banks in Payday 2. This will work for uh, the cash bank, deposits, or gold. So right now I'm going to run through my loadout. We'll go with my primary weapons first. I have these customized akimbo pistols. As you see, my detection rate is about 20. That's mainly because I have this saw. In the bank that we're going to, there's deposit boxes. No matter if you play it on the cash deposit boxes or the gold, there'll always be the deposit boxes. So we always want to make sure that we have the saw with us so that we can get to that, because that will give us a good amount of money. We are going to be running this on the highest level because we get the best payout that way, and there are only 4 guards no matter what. There will always be 4 guards, and that's how many pages we can answer. So we get the best bang for our buck. So I'll run through this just to kind of see, show you what I have set up for my pistols. So obviously we got standard issue suppressor on there. We want that so that we're quiet. Added concealment boost. Laser, you don't really need that, but my platypus grip, extended mags, get more ammo, and I don't have the slide on there. I don't know why, but and then on my saw, actually I might have to change this back. I don't have any of the boost on here. We don't really need any of this stuff.
Okay.
You can either go fast motor or silent motor. This doesn't really matter unless if you are trying to do something in the bank with people still around, you'll need the silent motor. I'm going to switch back to this though, because it does give me more damage, so I'll open up the boxes faster. And then durable blade. You want that because it gives you more in your magazine and more total ammo. Then my melee weapon is a buzzer. Basically, if you have to hit somebody, it'll stun them instead of killing them right away. And then armor, just on regular my suit. And then I got my ammo bag, but I'll run through that in here. So here I got 6 zip ties. This isn't gonna play into anything because since I'm doing this by myself, I'm gonna have to have a lot of civilian casualties. Obviously, if you have more people in your group, you're only allowed 6 zip ties. So if you have 4 people, obviously you have way more zip ties and can zip tie everybody. Unfortunately, I don't, so I will be killing a lot of civilians. Okay, so Enforcer, and this is basically just for the saw and for the ammo bags. So I have Scavenger on basic. The saws, I have these both aced out. As you can see, the bottom one is the main one. You want that one extra saw blade. The top one allows me to equip it as a secondary weapon instead of a primary, which is good. Also, the good thing about acing this is you get carbon blades instead. So they're a lot more durable. I got both of these aced out. That's for ammo again. And then I have this aced out, which I could let me see, I have some skill points to spend, so actually, I might just ace this out. That way yeah, why don't we do that? That way I got full ammo. Really, you can do this with only one ammo bag if you're got just these aced out. It usually only takes one ammo bag to open up everything. Then I just got this, increase your armor recovery rate by 15%. Really, all this is in case of things don't go good and you stay in the game after the cops are called. Just so you have some bit. This is a big one. I have this aced out. You want to be able to throw your bags further. It doesn't really work so well with gold because gold is heavy, so it just you can't throw them far. Technician, I kind of have this as a build where I can switch everything from my ammo bag. There's trip mines, there's body bags, and extra little things that you can throw. So this one is for my drill. I just have first one, basic. I probably should use some of those points. Maybe for... Let me actually do that. I'm going to take those points back that I put in, and I'm actually going to put it in here because if I ace this out, my saw timer decreases by an additional 15%, which means I don't have to sit there and wait so long. Then I have both of these aced out, and that's just so that if I do want to switch to trip mines, which I won't be using in this, but if I did want to switch to them, this would allow me to have 11 of them, and that's quite a bit, so it's good. This is where the main build is. This is pretty much all the stuff you need for running stealth. So we have this both aced out, 6 cents. We have that aced out. Cleaner. We have both of these. That's if we wanted to switch to body bags. We'd have an additional body bag, so we'd have 3 spaces, and we'd also be able to put down 2 body bag cases. The ECM jammers, which are what you would place down if you see somebody making a phone call. It allows you to, it stops the phone call. So basically this right here would allow it to last longer. And then if you ace this, it also allows you to open up doors with your jammers. This is a good one. Nimble, both set basic and ace. Having it on basic, you get to disable one camera. You can apply a loop to it, but then also if you ace it, you can lockpick 100 times faster, and you also get the ability to lockpick some safes. They say lockpick safes, but it's only certain ones. Then up here, this is just, I could place 2 ECM jammers instead of 1, and then it lasts longer. This is for my stamina for running around. Just basic on that one. We want this for our melee weapon. So that gives me an added 2 concealment. Increase the concealment of all ballistic vests. I don't have that aced out because I'm wearing just the suit, so it's not actually considered a vest. And then this one is for added movement speed, and then too, if I had to climb up a ladder or something, you actually can climb up faster. This one's good because I'm I'm 35% less likely to be targeted. And then I gain 1 concealment for each silenced weapon I have equipped. So for the pistols, I get 1 concealment for that, and then 2 because they have silencers on them. Normally, if I don't need a saw, my detection rate would probably be way lower because the secondary pistol that I equip also has a silencer on it, so I would get an added 3 concealment there. This is just for stability and snap zoom, and it's just because you have the silenced weapons again. Aced out, you get an added 12% accuracy with your weapon because it has a silencer. And then again, this one's kind of like if everything goes bad and the police end up showing when your armor breaks, your movement speed is increased by 30% for 5 seconds. And then just if you gain a 50% increase for your bleed out health on the 9 lives here. Again, that's if things go bad, which I'm not gonna do this if it goes bad, so I want to give you a video of how to stealth it. So and that's the basic outload. We'll go down into perk decks here because that also has yeah, it has to do with my build here. So I use hacker, and that's because you get this nifty little thing. It's a portable ECM jammer, and it you're not limited to only having 2. If you use this after a certain amount of time, it comes back. So I think it says right there on the bottom, device has 2 charges with a 100-second cooldown timer. So after 100 seconds, you'll get 1 of those charges back. The only thing that's bad about these is you can't use these to open up doors. It's mainly if something goes bad in the stealth and you need to quickly put it down. It's instantaneous. You just have to hit I believe it's left on the D-pad, and instead of trying to put one down on the ground, which seconds count when you're trying to do that. And I've actually saved quite a few stealth missions with that portable, so I'm not going to actually go through it. It just headshot damage, more 20% health, increased concealment, killing an enemy while in feedback, that doesn't really, it regenerates health, armor bag, killing at least 1 enemy when the feedback gives you 20 dodge. That's nothing really there, but you do 5% more damage, and regenerates 10 health. Basically the main thing we wanted is this. I have to bring an ammo bag, so otherwise I would probably bring ECM jammers, but with this pre-planning that I'm going to do for the thing, you're not going to need an ECM jammer to like open doors or things like that. So but this is kind of hard to, okay. It's hard to see. I'm just going to buy the contract, so we're going to go over here to contract broker. And what I found out is that the gold heist usually gives the best payout. So I will go to here. I'm going to make this private so no one drops in on me. Crank this up. We're going to turn allow drop-ins off. AIs can be here, and then we're just going to crank this up to death sentence. So I'm pretty high in my infamy level.
I believe I'm at Infamy 5, level 94, so as you can see down there, I'm only going to get maybe one level. It's 124% level up. If you're a lower level, you can get quite a bit of a good level up
like
here.
A sliver.
So,
sliver of XP.
I don't know if you actually get extra money if you play one down. So,
I don't know how that works.
why don't we try that out? Because, like I said, we're actually gonna stealth this in the video. So, so my offshore pays for the contract, so it's not out of my spending money, and it's only 800,000, and we're gonna make way more than that, even with me having to kill all these extra civilians. Oh, that was one thing. Hold on. Is this inventory? Okay. That is one thing. With me having to kill a whole bunch of civilians, there is.
Over there. Yeah.
This one?
Yep. Oh, ace one.
Okay. So this one, this is a good part of the build. If you do have to kill civilians, like I'm doing, like if you're just stealthing this on your own, make sure that you have the bottom one of the Sixth Sense Ace, because you gain all insider assets, but the cleaning cost after killing a civilian is reduced by 75%, which means that if normally I think it's about 50,000 or something, it's going to be like 16,000 or something. It's way less. So that's definitely a great skill to have. So then what I'll do here is I'll run through the pre-planning, and this is the easiest way to do these 3 different banks. So we go into pre-planning, we hit square, we're going to go down to dead drop, we're going to want body bags, and the best place I found to put them is in the rear section of the parking lot. The reason we want the body bags is when we kill one of the officers, we want to bag them up because we don't want anybody else to see them. And there's only 4 guards, so I have body bags, but then that allows me to have enough to bag up 4 officers. Then what we want to do is back out, and we want to go into surveillance, and we want to go into spy cam. We want to hit the office area and the staff entrance. And the reason for that is those are the main areas where the officers will be walking, and what this is going to do is it's going to highlight them, so at all times I should know where all the officers are. And then the last thing we want to do is go down to insider help. We want a key card, and the best spot I've found, and is pretty much the easiest to get to, is by the bank teller. I don't know, it's really pick or choose. If having to try to go all the way over there, that's inside the office area, it's a pretty far distance to go. Having it back here, you can see there's a door right there. Usually what you can do is just pick lock the door, and you can just kind of run in there real quick and grab it. And what we need that key card for is to open up the security office, and that takes out the cameras. So, and then we just back out, just double check our loadout, make sure we have everything. So we have the pistols with the suppressors on it, that's the main thing. We have our saw, our melee weapon, pocket ECM. We're in a 2-piece suit, and we got the ammo bag, so I think we are ready. So let's hope we get a good little setup here, and hopefully we can do this on the first run. So right now I'm in casing mode, which I also have one of those perks is that I'm allowed to pick up things in casing mode, which makes this really easy. So you can see there's a guy right there. He has no clue. There's the bank manager. He also has a key on him. But look, I can walk right up here, pick up this key card. I can see that the security office is right there. So having a camera there isn't horrible. It does just make it so that we're going to have to move very quickly when we want to go in there. So I'm going to put my mask on, and people can start detecting me now. So we just want to make sure that we stay out of everybody's view now. So I'll go up here, pick this door. And you can see there's no officers back here right now. Those red people are the officers. So what I'm going to do, and there's a security officer in here. So what I want to do is I'm just going to run over here. Use that. Shoot him. Then we have to answer a page. We have 4 of those. But there's only 4 officers, so we're good. So we do that. And you have to hold that for the whole time. If you ever disconnect from the page, the alarm will go off instantly. And the main thing with stealthing is take your time. Don't rush this. I wanted to run out real quick right there, but I would have gotten seen by this officer that's sitting right here. So, and they won't come in here now that this is open. Because I'm carrying a body bag with a person in it. I don't leave them in here just in case if for some dumb reason somebody would walk by and they would see it or something. I always throw them outside in the back of the parking lot. Of course this guy is just going to sit here for however long. Okay, he moved.
Dang, they have this freaking bags before they even have the fucking computer.
Okay. Those are people in the mission. I think you get a little bit of extra money or something for having those 2 guys when you leave because somebody in the storyline wanted them or something for doing them wrong. So as you see, I just went and picked up another body bag. What I always do is after I kill somebody, I always just go and grab one body bag. That way you will always have one. I'm lockpicking this door only because what that allows is if this door is locked, no officer will walk out here. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get it so that these officers will eventually either come outside, go upstairs on the roof, or basically just be in a spot where there's not a whole bunch of civilians that I have to try to crowd control or potentially have them alarm anything. So we can see that there's only 3 left. And now it's just really a waiting game. We just want to... Okay. These guys can detect you. I'm just going to run over here. You just yell at them, get them down, zip tie them. So, this can be hit or miss. You can take that officer out right there, but it really depends on if there's anybody over there to see you. So, I'm not gonna try that right now. And it's a good thing I didn't because that officer is actually right in line of sight with him. So I was hoping that maybe he would walk this way, but he's actually going to be coming back here on this corner, and then so that just really wouldn't have worked. And the thing is, the reason why we're doing this is because if we stealth this, there's going to be no officers, and this guy's coming outside, so our waiting paid off. At least it looked like he was coming outside. Did he go upstairs? Okay, he might have gone upstairs. Yeah. So that was definitely a good one, and you just got to kind of watch where they go, because he went off the camera, so that could either meant he went outside or he went upstairs. And again, because we took the cameras out, we really don't have to worry about anything. I do have to be careful though, because there's a guard right there in the corner. And I'll also be showing you where the spawn locations of all the packages are too. I've gotten pretty good at knowing where all of those are. They're just the carrier packages that you can get, but and that's usually what I do when I'm waiting for the drill to drill through. We lost a guy here somewhere. I'm not really sure where he went. I'm gonna see if maybe he went up on the roof. No. Trying to think here, hold on. There's only 2 body bags, right? 1, 2. Okay, so there should be another guy somewhere. Oh, there he is. That was weird. So maybe the camera didn't pick him up or something. I don't know. That was kind of weird. We could also take them out on this side, but again, it's just kind of, it's risky because somebody could see it and then we wouldn't, that would blow the whole cover. So basically what I'm watching for now is to look to see what their pattern is, where they're walking. They usually stick to the same pattern. This is someone else too, that guy that just walked through here is somebody else that if you can get down is a good person to get down because he's the manager. Basically what I'm looking for right now is to see if one of these guards is going into that middle room. And it looks like I might get my chance to take the manager out here. Looks like he, oh, guess he went upstairs too. So it's a good thing I didn't leave the body bag up there. Okay, so if you needed a key card, this would be the guy that you would get it from. He always is the same guy. It's never a different person, so that's what he looks like. Blue shirt, black jacket.
Bald head.
Bald head.
Bald.
So again, I'm just kind of, I want one of those guards to go in that room right across.
That's what he just did.
Which is what he just did. And that's because this is like a closed area. There's nobody else that's going to walk through here. So that allowed me to be able to just take him out, answer the page, bag him up, and I'm out of here. Now the only thing is, you want to make sure you know where that guard is so that he doesn't alert. That was just a civilian seeing me run through there, but So now we're doing really good. We only have one guard left. And then I'll explain to you what we have to do from there. It's still tricky. It's not a gimme after you get all 4 officers down. A lot of stuff comes into play. One of the big things is we have 2 rooms. So the main room is where the tellers are. But what you have to be careful for is if you're playing in a group, you want somebody to be in this back room too. Because there's a panic button over here. And a lot of the times, I was hoping he would walk through there. A lot of times those people will get up and hit the button if they hear something going on in the front room. So after I get him down, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to shoot those people. Because like I said, I only have 5 zip ties left. So not really. I'm going to have to kill civilians to do this. So I'm just going to do it. I was really hoping that he'd walk through this area. We might have to take him out on a corner. Oh, that would have been it. See how he started walking the other way? He started walking down the hall. I could have taken him out right here. Would have been good. Boy. Okay. I'm just going to try to take him out right here. Hope for the best. Okay, we're good. As you can see, there's somebody behind that door who's questioning it. My detection rate is low enough to where they're not going to do anything. That was risky, but definitely worth the reward. I would like to say that we pretty much have the stealth, but hardest part is, and you see that it took about 13 minutes, so but if we do this, there's not going to be any okay, so it's 10,000. Zip tie these guys just and usually there's one guy back here sitting right there, so you always want to double check just to make sure that there's nobody there. So we're good back here in this room. I don't have to worry about it. The main thing is when you're doing this next part is there are 2 tellers behind. Let's see which side. You want to see which side the door is open on, which it's going to be this side. You want to make sure that you reload so that you have full ammo in your gun. And what we're going to do is we have to kill these 2 people to make this work, because otherwise they are going to hit the panic button. Okay, now it's just a crowd control thing. We're just going to tell everybody to get down. And we're going to start killing people. Like I said, normally you'd zip tie these people, but okay. So there's people outside too, and that's one of the main things. From here on out, there's going to be about 3 or 4 people that are walking around in here in this big map area. There's one right there. And what we want to do is we want to get those people in an area where we can get to them, because there are cutoff points on these maps, and if those people are outside the map, you can kill them, like that guy. if he would be notified right now and stopped right there, I might be able to kill him. But if he did, I've had ones around the corner and they've called the police on me, and it's just, it gets the whole mission done because you can't kill the person. So what a lot of people end up accidentally doing is going to go use this saw before they get these people down out here on the map, and basically end up just messing the game up because they wanted to get their money real quick. So what I do is I take the extra time to just sit here. I will wait. When I think I'm good, I'll go try the saw, and it will notify if there's somebody in the area, and then what I'll have to do is either go zip tie him or kill him. So mainly I just want to make sure that there's nobody down in this area at the end of the map. This is a really hard area because I can only get this far. If someone spawns behind there, like right in this area, they can get stuck behind there, and then I won't be able to shoot them, or and they'll just make a phone call and they'll be over with. I want to say I think I'm good. So normally they do spawn in pretty quick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try this saw on one of these ATMs, and if there is somebody, it will alert it right away. So we see no question marks. That means we successfully stealth this. There is not going to be any people that will spawn back in. And you see right there, $390,000. So all those civilians I killed, drop in a hat right there. Those are the only two ATMs, and as you see, all I did was I just sawed it at the sides, and then there's 4 points that you have to hit, and then it'll open this up. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go back here, we'll grab the thermal drill, and I don't have to worry about anything now. There's not going to be any police coming, there's not going to be any civilians. You are good to go. You could throw grenades right now. You can do whatever you want. Nothing's going to happen. So while I'm waiting for this, we have 246 seconds. I'm going to start running through the spots of the packages. So first spot is usually right here. They can spawn in different spots, so just kind of know where all of them are. They can be, I always run through right here. There's one that normally could be right here. Sometimes one is right here. And then the other spot is, sometimes there's one on this chair, sometimes there's one on this chair. There's not any there this time. Sometimes there can be one somewhere here in the office. There's not this time. Usually there's some money on the table there. Oh, so that lock-picking safe thing, basically all you do is you walk up, and it is a little bit slow, but it's definitely faster than if I would try to drill this. So we just gotta sit here, hold R1. It's nice. Of course the drill went down, but it's nice that this was in here so that I could at least show you the skill, and that it works. It is a little slow, but like I said, it's faster than if I would put a drill on here. Almost done. Okay, there we go. 19,000. Okay, we'll go restart this. then we're gonna go to more spots. One of them is here. Like I said, they spawn in different locations, so they're not always there. But just knowing where all of these spots are will almost guarantee you that you will always find all of these. Another one is right here. Another one, sometimes there's always money in here, but sometimes if you just look right here, it'll say pick up the package, and I'm not sure if it's like on top or exactly where the package is, but that one doesn't seem to spawn there a lot for some reason. But that's another one. Sometimes there's one out here by this trash can. Sometimes there's one right here or right here on this side. Another spot is right here. This time. The other one is right here. So as you see, we still have 6 left, which is quite a bit, but the other spots are pretty simple ones. Sometimes there's one somewhere in this area. Sometimes if there's not trash bags here, it can be on this side too. Then there's usually one right here. Stupid drill went down again. Okay. Another spot is right here. I have had ones sometimes spawn on top of these, like those little rolled up ones. Sometimes they can be over here, somewhere in this area, just kind of look on the ground. Sometimes there's one right here. I don't think I've ever had them be anywhere else but underneath that bench. Let me just go restart this so we're not having to wait forever. So you can see it's almost done. 60 seconds, so. Okay. Then most of the other spots are in these 3 lanes and up on the roof. So sometimes there's one here or somewhere in this area. There's planks right there, which is usually a good indication that there's not a package there. So we'll just go down to the next one. There can be one here. Again, there's planks, so I'm thinking that there's probably not one there. And then sometimes there can be one right here behind this fence. So I'm guessing the rest of these are probably either up on the roof. There can be one right here, which there is. So we have 2 left. And sometimes there can be one right here. I have had one spawn in this area before. I want to say in all the times I've done this, I've only had it spawn there once. So then we'll run up here real quick. There's only a couple more spawn spots that these can be in. So one is right here. Sometimes they can be underneath these pipes though. They're not always out in the open like that, but that is one of the main spawn spots. Then one that is really difficult that most people miss is right here in this area. It'll be like right there. And they can kind of blend in with the leaves and the shadows, so you gotta kind of watch for it. The other one is right here underneath this pipe. And the other 2 locations that it could be is one could be right here. Or right underneath this pipe. I have had a couple just randomly spawn in this area, but it normally doesn't happen. It's pretty much like that one that spawned around the corner, really just kind of a random spawn. But I've probably only had it spawn up here maybe 1 or 2 times. So all those other spots are pretty much guaranteed spots, and you will find all the packages. So here we go. We're in the vault, and I'm just going to use my saw again. We're going to bust the door open, and here's the gold. Right? But here are the safe deposit boxes, the reason why I brought the saw. So we can open up all of these boxes. So my saw takes ammo from my ammo bags. I can place 2 of them. I doubt I'll need that much, but so what I'm going to do is start opening up boxes, and the easiest way I found is to go just in the middle of the box and just tap twice. Oh, actually that one was 1. Okay. Maybe I've upgraded my saw. Normally I had to do that twice, but it seems like I just can hit it once. It's working, so. So with the loadout that I gave you in the beginning of this, if you put all those things on your saw with the skill tree set that I showed, you should have the same exact saw. Some people just zip right across these, but I tend to do them individually just because I think it's a waste of ammo doing it the other way. Even though I have 2 ammo bags, but I guess it's preference. As you can see, I'm almost done with this side already, so. Okay, so as you can see, this is all stuff we can grab, everything highlighted. And the bigger stuff like this, I didn't get very much extra, which I'm hoping we get more over here. But these we just grab and we bag up. Just same with the gold. Like that. And then these, all we got to do is go up to it and hit R1. So I'm just going to hit R1 and start grabbing everything here. And you can see things are priced differently. See a bar gold 39. Whatever that was 13. Roll of money 19. Jewelry is like 5,000. So, and see, I opened all of those without having to grab ammo too, which, oh, there's that one. So right now I'm out of ammo, and then so all I gotta do is just go over here, grab some ammo, hit the trigger button, reloads it. Which one?
The big bank. He stuffed the whole thing.
My girl's playing payday2, and they just, one of the heists is called the Big Bank, and it's one of the harder banks to stealth, and she just notified me that they stealthed the whole bank.
Well, actually, we haven't got rid of the money yet. Not done.
So that's a pretty large feat right there, because
17.
it's one of the hardest banks to stealth. they must have had a pretty good setup for it, because we were trying to do that one yesterday, and it is so hard because there's so many little things that you have to do to make it work right.
There's so many guards.
Yeah, there's so many guards, so many civilians. Okay, I just always double check to make sure I didn't miss any of the doors.
I noticed he uses pickblocking instead of the saw.
Yeah, if you have your lock picking skill up, those things actually don't take that long to open.
Yeah.
They're faster than
So
like
wouldn't
these.
that be better than the saw?
Oh yeah,
There's probably more points.
yeah.
Because the saw is only what? Those 2 areas.
Okay, so I kind of got screwed here. Normally what they do is on gold, there's usually 3 to 5 on the table, and then usually you would get 2 more somewhere in here in the deposit boxes. I believe I had 2 money bags over here, and I got 4 over here. So so I'll have 6 money and 3 gold. Obviously the gold is worth more, so I guess I got screwed a little there, but in the big scheme of things it's not going to make too big of a difference. So now all I have to do is run all these bags out to this car. It's right out front here, so I'm just going to break this window and see how that bag, throw my bags further, pay it off. That's almost halfway to the car from the window. And then what I'm going to do is just keep grabbing these bags. I obviously won't be able to throw them that far with the gold. The gold will probably just, when I throw it, it'll probably just fall out the window. And again, with this, you know, killing all those civilians was really only just because I didn't have a crew. My AIs can't zip tie people. So if you're playing with a group, you shouldn't have to kill any civilians, really. Obviously, if one of them runs towards this panic button, obviously shoot them. Don't try to just keep yelling at them or intimidate them to try to get them down. Just shoot them. Way better to stealth it than lose the mission and having to go all crazy. Because as you can see, I didn't have to worry about anything. There's no cops, no nothing. Alright, so then all I'm going to do is just run all these bags. So that was 345. So each one of these money bags is going to be worth that much. And another great thing about stealthing it is I don't have to worry about if we won't get caught. You always will get paid. Sometimes if you're doing this and you go through the cops, you'll have a second day where you've got to try to escape. I don't have to deal with that doing it this way. And I'll keep the broadcast going so that you guys can see what the payout is. And everything like that. Obviously this is taking a little bit longer than my normal run. Normally you can do this
13 to 15 minutes.
in about, I'd say anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes.
You had it at 16 at one point.
If once you get really good at it, you can probably do it in about 16 minutes. If you're not caring about where the packages are, maybe a little bit less. So as you can see, the contract paid out 1.8 million. We got 3.7 in bag loot items. Instant cash is 1.8 million. Going to my offshore is 5.8 million, which is quite a bit. And instant spending cash 1.4. XP is probably going to be anywhere from say 366, maybe even, yeah, okay, 315. That's not going to look a lot on mine because I am high, so it takes a lot of XP to roll over. But say if you were level 10, that probably would have just leveled you up on maybe 7 to 10 levels. So it's definitely worth it. And like I said, if you are needing just some quick cash like that, it's a really easy way to do it. If you have more than just one person to help you, it's even quicker. So let's see. So I think we broke all the numbers down. 5.8 million sent to my offshore account, and then remember minus the 800,000 for the contract, so we made $5 million. Paid 800, yeah, paid 800,000. We got five mil back. So, and then 1.4 for instant spending cash, which is stuff you use for mods and stuff like that, I guess. So, exact playtime was 35 minutes and 17 seconds. And this kind of gave us a breakdown of those packages that I was collecting. So I actually got a reward for finding those packages. They add up after a while, and then you can get certain mods and things like that. So I've completed a gauge mod carrier assignment. The rewards have been added to your inventory. I don't think it ever says what the mod was, but you never know. You might go in there one day and be like, oh, cool, I got that mod. When did I get that? So this here is our payday. You have 3 cards you can pick from, and I always pick the middle one. And it'll show you, you'll get something. You can either get patterns or materials to use to make your masks, mods, money, XP. As you can see, I got some new mask called the Grin. So which was actually an infamous item. That's my mask right now. Where's this inventory? Okay. So like you can go in here and these are all different masks I got. You can R3. So that's one of the cool ones I made. It's like a 4th of July kind of mask that I ended up making. Another one of my favorites is this one, my Jester hat. Got the guns on the side. And there are so many masks on here. This is another one of my favorites. Medusa mask. But that's mainly the whole way to do that. and it was good that I was able to do that on a first run. You don't always get so lucky, but the thing is, say something would have gone wrong and maybe you got detected or something like that. All you got to do is hit your middle pad, restart, and do it again. And when I first started learning how to do these sets of banks, these are good ones to start practicing on your stealth. They're not too difficult, and what it does is it allows you to get your sneaking style up, and you learn how to do crowd control and just little things to look out for. There's not a whole crap ton that can go wrong, but it does happen. Like that guy I went and shot on the side, somebody could have just seen that and called the cops, and the whole thing could have gotten blown out of whack. It does happen, but like I said, when I first started doing it, I didn't always succeed by first time, you know. So just keep doing it until it becomes second nature. You know what to look for, and then start moving up to the bigger banks. And one of my favorites to do now is the first rolled bank in this game, and stealthing that. It's a huge payout, like 17 mil XP is crazy on it. And then basically, those are the big banks that pay out a lot, and if you can do those in 25 minutes or half an hour, it's a lot better level grinding that way than having to do one of the missions on here like cook off or something where you're sitting and you gotta sit and make meth, and it takes anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour just to get a good payout. Obviously if you can do it in a half hour, 45 minutes, and it's a good payout, then do it. So I hope this video was helpful though, and everybody enjoys it, and hopefully it makes your playing style a lot better, and easier for you to start learning how to stealth stuff. That's the main reason why I made it. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon. darkwingduck3028 out.